And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Oakland Athletics. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Ready to go? Here's the third baseman, Brian Hayes.
The third baseman, Brian Hayes.
And a pitch. That one finds the zone, and away we go this afternoon. Check swing, no appeal. And 1-1. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double to start the game.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second. And another ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Ryan Reynolds here. Fly ball down the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him swinging. And now J.D. Martinez. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Pitch misses there, and now it's even 1-1. Wouldn't chase that time. And that one fouled off. Kicks and fires. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's O'Neal Cruz. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Run comes in from second. It's 2-0. And that's a 2-out double.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
No strike.
Jack Sawinski, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around third. He'll score easily. It's 3-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score, and they lead by 4.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That was exactly what you're looking to do with a pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
Next to hit, Michael A. Taylor. Belt stands at second with 2 gone. That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to
swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. And the batter is George Springer.
The right fielder, George Springer.
And a pitch. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Keller, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a sinker, a slurve, and he occasionally uses a curve. Check swing. Now to look down to first. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Hayes settles under it. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Jacob Wilson, batting with one down, takes a strike. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first, and he held up. Kicks and deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Pitch misses, ball one.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
The 1-2.
Ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The Athletics down by 4 here in the third and final game of the series.
Ball.
Outside low. Counts full, 3-2. Line drive, base hit right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Back-to-back singles showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Hauls it in for the out. So first and second with 2 outs. Jordan Diaz getting ready to hit. That misses. Ball one.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in the East Bay, here's the speedy catcher, Henry Davis. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Davis, in his third season, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021. In the air, right field. And George makes the grab, and there's one down. So the lineup flips over. T. Brian Hayes, the next Pirate to hit, led off this game with a double. And that one wrapped foul. The pitch. That's out to center field. And makes the grab. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Brendan Donovan. He doubled home a run in his first AB. That's off the mark. And that is ball one. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
The throw to first, and that'll do it. And we're back at the plate. George Valera. The line and the pitch. That smash towards center. Taylor makes a nice running catch. Clark Elliott up next for the A's. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Top of the zone for a called strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is down low. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just kept it simple. Played careful with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Max Muncy in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Got it by him for the K.
Batting none.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Darryl Hernandez. Ball 1, no strikes. The Pirates leading by 4, bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground to third. Hayes to first, and that is that.
Fuck up the plays.
Top half of the third inning, and Martinez. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And Martinez is out. 1 up, 1 down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, I'll always remember how Cruz left his mark on Major League Baseball in his debut. 3 innings into his first game.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around second now as they still don't have it. Throw is high and over his head.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Came screaming off the bat. I'm sure exit velocity is off the charts. No doubt he squared that baseball up perfectly. So there was no fluke to that triple by any means.
And it's fouled away. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
I'll tell you what. He's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
Close, but call the ball. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Left-hand hitter waits. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's 5-0.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. Right through there for a strike. 1 run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Late swing, foul to the left. That one misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Bounce to the right. Into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And now a wide throw to third.
Now the 7th,
Now on the bump, Kyle Muller.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
One down. And now the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Now fly ball to right center. Sizes this one up. He makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Tries to get back and save. And now the runner will score from third on the wild throw. And here's the catcher, Henry Davis. Flied to right his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Valera after it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's George Springer.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Swing and a ball popped up. Cruz moving under it. Puts it away for the out. Jacob Wilson, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Missed. That's a ball.
Just missed.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Now one out to right. Sawinski makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he's already singled in this game. Ripped to short. Cruz on to first. That's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Muller back to work. Just missed.
These Pirates really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
3-0.
Next offering way upstairs. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that. That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So man aboard, and now Brendan Donovan. Slider misses outside. And another ball.
2-0.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. On a line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Reynolds up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside ball 1. That's in there, and the count 1-1. Out towards right center field. Springer there makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Here is J.D. Martinez. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. In the air, right side. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 7-0. Up next for the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz. In the air, left side. Elliott on his way over. Makes the grab, and that is that. Back in Oakland, ready to go, bottom 4. And now, Tyler Soderstrom. Line to kick the pitch. And there's a ball.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs. He was all over that one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
And first offering is fouled off. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
0-2.
Outside.
1-2.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Goes down looking.
Now
Man at first, and now George Valera. He's 0 for 1. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swung on, belted. Taylor makes a move towards the gap. Won't get to this one in the alley. The throw in, not in time. It's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
2 on, 1 out. Base hit, 1 run in already. The throw in there safely. It's 7-2.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now here is Max Muncy. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Wide throw, and it gets away.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's in for a strike.
0-2.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur.
the right fielder, number 4.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a...
Slings it across. That takes care of Springer. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Jack Sawinski. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Bell now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Next pitch misses way outside. And a swing and a miss there.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Muller checks over to first, and he's back. Center field. Valera moving under it. Makes the grab, one down. So man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss, strike one. Taylor, a former Gold Glove winner, 35 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2009. Valera makes the grab for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Davis in the box again. Takes a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer.
1 ball,
never seemed to help. Never helped me.
High fly ball out to center field. Valera moving under it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in East Bay, bottom of the inning, digging in for Oakland, Jacob Wilson. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Sliced hard but foul. Righty to the plate. That one missed.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 2. In there at the knees. 1 out, bases empty. That misses, and that's ball 1.
1-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-2. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Oakland, Tyler Soderstrom. That's in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
That one ripped. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's in there standing up with a 2-out double. Stepping in, Jordan Diaz. Right through there for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. 2 outs. Breaking ball, and that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Next up for the A's, George Valera.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. Next offering is in for a strike.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Sets him down on strikes. Fastball to letters, froze him for strike 3. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1.
Ball.
And an another
2-2.
ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up.
Oh, and a great stop. Oh, the throw is over his head. Around first, heading for 2. And he's going to get to second with nobody out. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. 3 for 3's doubled twice and singled. First pitch, not close. Wouldn't chase that time. No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. Snags it on the run. And there's one away. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch misses. 1 out and a runner at second. Line drive. Right behind the wire. They got him doubled off. Bottom of the 6th. Now the left fielder, Clark Elliott. The wind of the pitch. In there at the knees for a strike. Now 1-1.
1-1.
The pitch. This ball's chopped on the ground. Hayes fires to first on the run. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Max Muncy up next for the A's. There's a strike. Right down the chute, and it's 0-2. And delivers outside.
1-2.
And that's downstairs and outside. 1 down, base is empty. Now a pop-up on the infield. Brings it in. 2 down. And now it's going to be Darryl Hernandez.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
That's in there. 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ricky Vanasco.
Now, I think it's going to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's J.D. Martinez. The pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And George makes the grab. And Martinez is out. 1 down. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 2 outs. Base is empty. Now here is Jack Sawinski. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Just
That's the
missed.
ball.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count.
Ball
Instead, it's
out.
1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the seventh. Here's George Springer to start it off. On the mound now for the Pirates, Scott Efros.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Here comes a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Tapped in front of the plate. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. And at first, Jacob Wilson. Up next for the A's. 1 for 3.
Yeah. 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This one in the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Nice stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now
Credit the base runner there for a great secondary lead and beating the throw to second, but they don't give up, continue to try to complete what would be a double play, and they get the trail runner on the backside. Hey, you know what? That's a pretty good play. You'll take it.
And a foul ball. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's the Oakland cleanup hitter, Tyler Soderstrom. Fastball for a strike. Runner at third, 2 away. Breaking ball inside. And 1-1. At the belt and fires. And now it's even up. And another ball.
Count is full.
Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. It's 7-3.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out.
Tosses to first, and that is the inning. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Brandon Bell. Vanesco back to work. He swings and fouls one off. Vanesco, in his second season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And the 0-1. Well struck right field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Next pitch is outside. And he swings through that one.
1-2.
The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Henry Davis, the next Pirate to hit. On the ground to short, Arraez throws to first in time. And now here is Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Number 13, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Popped up right side. Muncy sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Back in Oakland. And now the center fielder, George Valera. Genesis Cabrera comes on now.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
The pitch. And a good eye there.
1-0.
That's in there. And it's 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And another ball.
You got a full count.
Out to short. Toss the belt, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Clark Elliott will hit next. Strike 1. Bases empty, 1 away here in the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Nope.
And takes low for ball 1. And he deals. That misses the zone. Ball 2. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. He decides to eat it, and they don't get the out. 1 gone, runner at first. Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner around second. The throw to third, in safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Now let's see if they can string something together.
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Zach Jackson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now a chance for Darryl Hernandez. And that's in there for strike 1. The A's with a chance to get back into it. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's a little bit low. Swings and misses, struck him out. So the batting order turns over. George Springer up next for the A's. First offering, and it just misses. The Pirates leading by 4 here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle, Cruz. In plenty of time to first. That takes care of Springer. Inning over. New inning getting started. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. Splits the plate. It's 0-1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
That's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And here is Ryan Reynolds. In the air, center field. And they take care of Reynolds for the out. And there's one down. So man aboard. J.D. Martinez stands in. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. In there, and it's 0-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And a swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And at first, here's the shortstop at the plate, O'Neal Cruz. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Donovan off of first with 2 away. And he grounds one to the right side. And he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. Bounce to the right side. And he grabs it in foul ground. 2 outs.
2-2.
Wouldn't change that time.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
That one lifted to left. Elliott makes the play, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the third baseman, Jacob Wilson. Jackson back to work. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-4.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Next offering misses down and away. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Down the line. And a foul ball. And the righty deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And here it comes. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. And it's off the wall.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been.
New arm out of the bullpen, Jose Hernandez.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Digging in, Tyler Soderstrom.
Yeah.
There's the strike.
It's 0-1.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. There's 1. Out on the toss to the pitcher. It's a 3-6-1 double play. Next is the designated hitter, Jordan Diaz. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one.
That pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
George Valera up next for the A's. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
The Athletics trailing by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Pirates with the rubber match of this 3-game series.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourselves. You got some good momentum. But at home, you also have a higher expectation to play well. So they're going to have to maintain the focus because those fans are expecting a lot.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates, 7 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners.